The cards are dealt, the chips are stacked, and the table talk is all tech.
We do social, we do display targeting.
What about all the people at Zynga? You join Zynga at any point up until now, you're underwater, right?
Here in the land of routers, poker is incredibly popular. Games like this one happen almost every night and bring together engineers, venture capitalists, bankers, and startup entrepreneurs.
A lot of the things that attract people to Silicon Valley in the first place, risk, reward, thinking about rational sort of questions and trying to come up with rational answers, being quantitative. Those are things that sort of are what poker's all about.
Of course, Silicon Valley's also about making money. And while some games are casual with $20 buy-ins, others have incredibly high stakes. In some cases, buy-ins are said to be as high as $20,000. Well-known players include Zynga's Mark Pincus, Yammer's David Sachs, and SurveyMonkey's Dave Goldberg.
Some of us are not the world's greatest athletes, but you can become a pretty good poker player.
Some people call poker the golf of Silicon Valley, not just because you can play at night, but also because it becomes the ultimate networking opportunity.
Techies Chan, a young Twitter engineer who recently had an impressive run at the World Series of Poker in Vegas, tweeting pictures through the event.
And you end up getting this scenario where people are like, hey, Ian, like, you play poker, you got to meet my buddy at like Yelp or my buddy at Google. He likes poker as well. You guys should play.
Indeed, on this night, poker players in the room have past and present ties to companies like Apple, Google, Twitter, and Square. A perfect opportunity to talk shop and swap ideas.
You realize that's the holy grail of business models right there.
Have you gotten any great investment ideas just from a poker game? Or?
Without being specific, I'd say that these transactions over the last 5 years have led to a few deals. And there's always the seeds that get planted for what might come next.
Jon, I know the title of this segment is Hidden Valley, but can you give us any idea of where these games are happening?
You know, they're happening everywhere, Emily. Here in town, in Silicon Valley, in offices, in people's homes and hotels. And my piece of advice to you is if you go to one of these games, bring your pillow, because sometimes they're all-nighters.